When exploring franchise concepts, many people that come into our network and they're looking to buy a franchise, they're oftentimes wondering if there's recurring revenue type franchise models, and there's a bunch of them. A lot of them are in the home service category. I'm going to give you a couple examples. We're not going to dive into the particular franchise concept, but I'm going to give you the overview. And on future episodes, we're going to dive into different franchise models, how they operate, how they run, how many employees do you need to start, how do you scale the business, and I'm going to dive into a couple sectors that we're going to jump into in future episodes. So, home service wise, we've got property management companies. That's a great, very sticky business model. People need management when they have rental properties. They might own a primary, move out, and now they're living in another state and they want to keep the property. They're going to hire a property manager. Good business model. A lot of people in real estate sales or have an investor background like this model because it relates to what their core competencies are prior to getting into a franchise model. A lot of real estate professionals like the home service franchise concepts too. We've got residential cleaning, commercial cleaning, maintenance facility, companies that do all the maintenance for commercial buildings. We have, those are extremely sticky. They're all recurring revenue models. Addition to that, we have pest control companies. Pest control companies are extremely predictable. It's just a matter of ramping up and how many customers are you going to get. And usually you have a high retention rate if you're doing a fairly good job. So the pest control industry, depending if they're doing residential, if they're doing commercial, do they have government contracts? So we work with some franchise concepts in the pest space that do get a lot of their business from government contracts, which is very interesting. The other sector would be lawn care, landscaping, tree trimming. It's amazing when you really dissect these boring service-based businesses with recurring revenue on how lucrative they can be. And now, obviously, you have to learn and get into how the franchise concept operates their business. Do they do marketing? Do they have call centers? What is your job owning the franchise? Can you hire a general manager? Can it be more of an executive model or a semi-passive model? These are all questions you're going to dive into when you're exploring these service-based businesses and these different franchise models. But also, additionally, a lot of these service-based business models are relatively low startup or investment range. So you might be anywhere from $90,000 to $250,000. You can get SBA financing to finance potentially up to 90% of total project costs, which includes like the franchise fee, the marketing. If you needed to lease an office space, many of these businesses are home based, so you don't even need to have an office space. And then you can build in the employee's salary for the first few months. You can build in working capital. That becomes your investment range. So let's say it was $250,000. You can borrow up to 90% of that total project cost with SBA financing. Now, not all banks will go to 90% on a startup. Some will only go to 70 or 80. We work with banks that will go up to 90% depending on the franchise and the strength of the borrower. The home service industry with recurring revenue is a very hot commodity at this time. You should come to businessownershipsummit.com. We're going to be talking about these businesses. We're going to be talking about the top low-cost business models, top business models that have recurring revenue. We're going to talk about emerging franchise models. We have Jordan coming to speak about the laundromat business. We have a CPA who works with a lot of high-paid W-2 people that are buying businesses. We're going to talk about why it may be advantageous, even if you want to keep your W-2 job, to own a business, and why so many people can enjoy the many tax benefits of owning a small business. So this is going to be a great event. If you want to learn about this kind of stuff, we're going to deep dive into different sectors. We're going to do some speed rounds where some of the franchisors are going to come and present and give you a high-level overview in 5 minutes so you can learn more. And obviously, you can always book a call with me at bookwithbeau.com. We can talk about financing. I can walk you through the process of evaluating and finding a business model that makes the most sense for you. And we do this day in, day out. And my goal is to help 10,000 aspiring entrepreneurs become entrepreneurs over the next 10 years, whether that's through my podcast or meeting with me one-on-one or coming to an event. We're here to help. We have a full team that we love putting people in businesses. I love helping people finance their businesses. Right now, we're doing a lot of SBA refinances to increase cash flow. So whatever it is, but I just wanted to give an overview today of some recurring revenue franchise models. There's a bunch of them out there. We have a lot in our inventory. So if you're interested, go to bookwithbeau.com and we can set up a discovery call and dive into it. So we'll see you on the next episode.
Welcome to the Own a Business Today podcast, your ultimate destination for captivating interviews with franchisors, seasoned business owners, and ambitious entrepreneurs. Prepare to explore the dynamic world of franchising and business acquisitions. In our episodes, we will explore subjects like uncovering profitable franchise opportunities, taking the courageous leap into franchise ownership, and seamlessly transitioning from your traditional 9-to-5 routine into the domain of business ownership. With your host, Beau Eckstein, leading the way. Join us as we dive into the exciting world of entrepreneurship. To catch previous episodes, dive into in-depth articles, and access a wealth of additional resources, visit us at ownabusinesstoday.com.